Activities Fee Committee meeting. We'll start with roll call and attendance. Start with John Bowen.
Here.
Joseph Bryant is out at a conference. JD Shrest.
Here.
Serafini.
Here.
Miles Glover. Sharon Johnson.
Here.
Kay Kennison.
Here.
Robert Lane is out tonight. He contacted me. Robert Mosier.
Here.
Todd Schreiber.
Here.
Ashley Stubbs.
Here.
Derek Whittam.
Here.
Connie Williams.
Here.
Myself, Jacob Whitman, present. We'll move on to section 3 of the agenda, agenda approval. At this, Robert. Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by John. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. We'll move to subsection 4, approval of the minutes from November 6, 2013. Ashley?
I'll move to approve the minutes from last week's meeting.
Okay, is there a second? JD, second. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. All right, we'll move on to section 5, reports. And I will start, and I have nothing to report. Do you have anything, Sharon? Okay. We'll move on to section 6, public comment. At this time, is there any public comment?
I have one.
Yes.
So,
I'd like to recognize the gallery. Sorry.
Although not directly funded by SNA, the SNA group funds like Campus Life and Rec and all those types of things. The Residential Association came back from their regional conference this past week, and they received Program of the Year for the Zombie Bash program, and that's kind of a collaborative effort of many on campus. And the purpose of it is to reduce alcohol incidents across the campus and in town for students by providing that late night activity. So it won Program of the Year, and it will be moving on for national consideration in May. So again, it was a collaborative effort, but some of those funds kind of come through SNA in indirect ways. So I just thought it'd be appropriate to share. So
Awesome.
That's it.
Glad to hear that, Rich. That's good news.
Question. Is this, I don't know if we were actually put on the
You're on the agenda,
Perfect.
so we'll get to you in a
Okay,
minute. Yeah.
Perfect, thank you.
Well, we're glad to hear that RHA is doing great things. Any further public comment? All right, we'll move on to subsection 7, supplemental funding requests, and at this time there are no pending requests. So we'll move on to section 8, old business. Subsection A, report from Pesh Club, and at this time I would like to recognize Pesh Club. You guys have the floor. You got 10 minutes.
Thank you guys. We are part of the Physical Education and School Health Club. You guys last year funded us to go to our national conference in Charlotte, North Carolina, National PE Conference. We just want to come back and say thank you. We had an absolute blast. We learned so much. We brought home so many good activities that we've actually already implemented in our teachings through our practicums in the schools and actually on campus as well, the Excel program and homeschoolers. We want to say thank you. We absolutely had a blast, and pretty much all we just want to say. Just thank you.
All right. You guys had a good time?
We had a great time.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Good time. And do you guys have any questions about like what we did or anything? Because I mean, you guys did fund us, so. Yeah.
Does the board have any questions?
Yes.
John?
How many of you presented at the conference?
I think 4. We had 4 students present as well as a bunch of faculty. So so yeah, that's from last year. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Derek?
Where was it?
It was in Charlotte, North Carolina.
I've never been to that part of the stage. Was it pretty cool?
It was awesome.
It was pretty
Barbecue
cool.
everywhere.
Oh my
It
gosh,
was
so
great.
good.
We had a blast.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty
The hospitality was amazing. You go and we got to meet so many colleagues from all across the nation and just talk about, hey, what are you guys doing? This is what we're doing. And even because there's a lot of other college students that were there. And so it was really nice and fun to meet them. I met a gal from Penn State, and I got to talk to her, and we just really talked about like, what their program was doing, what our program was doing, and we already traded lesson plans, traded notes and everything. It was great. It was so much fun. We gained a lot of knowledge. It was great.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and we actually picked up a potential thing where we actually get to write a curriculum. So with pickleball, The pickleball company is actually based out of Seattle, and that it was actually originated. I don't know if you guys are familiar with pickleball. No, it's kind of like ping pong and tennis mixed together. You play on a like a basketball court, like on a badminton court, but you're lower than that. And the company originated out of Bainbridge Island. That's actually where it was created, not too long ago. And we talked to the company, and our school, and our professors, along with us, are helping doing the research to create a pickleball curriculum. And we got that
And that all
from
happened down there?
going to Charlotte.
Really cool.
We talked to those guys. We helped them demo at the conference. It was awesome, absolute blast. And that was all. None of that was planned going to the conference. It just happened when we were there.
Cool.
So it was great.
Do you know the history of pickleball?
I do.
Can you tell us about it real quick?
Uh,
I know it's pretty interesting, if I remember correctly.
It is.
It was like made up on the spot or something, right? Or...
It was.
Okay.
Actually, it was so on Bainbridge Island. This family, I don't remember their actual names, but these kids kept on coming up to the parents saying, "Hey, we want to play, we want to play, we want to play," and they kept on just doing bad things. And the two brothers, actually the parents of the kids, came up and said, "Okay, well, here's like a little paddle they made real quick, and here's a wiffle ball. Have fun." And the kids went out, found on a tennis court, and just made up a game. And the name came because their dog, Pickles, kept on stealing the ball. So they call it pickleball. And that's how the game got created. And now they have more than just the wooden paddle. They have composite paddles that are really good and weird to use.
and expensive.
And really expensive, actually. So yeah, that's how that created and everything. So.
Does the board have any further questions? All right, well, we appreciate you coming back.
Thank you
To
so
hear
much.
what
Thank
You
you.
do,
Thank you
and
so much.
I'm glad you had a good time.
Thank you very much. Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Coming back.
No problem.
All right, it's good to hear. Like to see our money going to good things like that. We'll move on to section 8, new business. And at this time, we have no new business. So that was 9. Section 9. Don't know my Roman numerals apparently. So we'll move on to section 10, other business communications received. I had 2, but they're going to be on the agenda for next week. I had 2 people contact me, one from Family Consumer Sciences and one from PRSSA, and they wanted to do report backs. So I'll go ahead and put them on the agenda for next week. So, did you have anything, Sharon? Okay. Is there any public comment at this time? Second call?
Yeah, can I just say something?
Yes.
First, I apologize for my voice. But secondly, I guess I'm a little bit, I don't know what the right word is, a little bit intrigued that I think this is our 6th or 6th meeting this year. I think we've only had 1 supplemental funding request.
3.
We've had 3. I think you missed the meeting where we had
Oh.
2 of them. And I was intrigued too, because I heard that these meetings lasted a while last year. I went back and looked at the reports from last year.
We've already solved that.
A lot of the reports at this time were
Music
from
based
sports clubs
Sport clubs and music,
music.
which
All
we
right.
moved into the base.
into base funding. So
Oh.
yes, that's why there's a little bit of a difference this year.
I can already name 4 music groups that would have been here.
I can't see it. I looked them up yesterday. Actually, I was curious. So, and I can go ahead and print those off and bring them as a report next week.
No, I was
But-
just, as long as we think
Yeah.
that things are running well.
Oh yeah, I think
Nobody wants money. What's going on?
maybe
We-
further on in the year we'll see more requests.
So we increased Academic Senate, we increased several of the
Oh, that's
funding
true, too.
entities.
Right.
We created one for the music area and one for
Right.
sports club. And that was over half of our requests from this.
And I think the idea behind that was to not make these meetings as long, right? Kind of like a last resort.
Yeah, and I think that makes more sense, John. I mean, it's a valid question, but this is really where we wanted it to move because these things
Sure.
really should have been an increase in base funding and better plan. Coming back with one-offs
Mhm.
multiple times every year, that's not the best way to operate.
Okay.
And in light of fiscal responsibility, it's kind of nice we're not having 10 a week, so, and meeting times too.
Mhm.
So, I think we'll see more as the year goes on. Would be my guess.
Probably base funding.
Yeah, exactly.
When they run out of money, yes.
We'll also start having reports by the individual groups that are funded.
That's interesting.
All right, any further public comment at this time? All right, so I'll move on to subsection 12. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Is there a second? Connie, second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. See you guys Wednesday.
Y'all are still very important. Even though we move fast, y'all are important and good.
We are.
We're efficient.